Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy ClasXic, and I'm here on WSUM 91.7 FM Madison. Before the show gets started, let me say, the opinions expressed on this show do not reflect the views of WSUM, the University of Wisconsin-Madison, or its Board of Regents. Without further ado, what's cracking? It's your boy ClasXic, and you are listening to ClasXic Communication. This show is created to give college students and others within the college atmosphere a platform to engage in beneficial conversation about their various passions. This show is intentionally crafted so that guests can have a space to talk about their highest points and their lowest points within their pursuit of their passions. This show today might sound a little bit familiar because I've done this show before already. However, I had to come back to this amazing topic that is so broad to accommodate this group that is a native of UW-Madison. I am sure that if you have been here, you have heard one of their songs or see them walking around campus, smiling, living life. If you have not been able to guess who these guys are, then I will introduce them to you one by one so you can stop guessing. Our first guest is Lamont, personal finance major, always plotting on the next banger, hometown, Chicago. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yo. I'm Lamont, sophomore, personal finance major. With that, I chose that major just because I'm always about that bag, you feel me? I'm into investing, things of that nature, and I want to particularly focus on the wealth management aspect.
There we go. Our next guest is Zion. He is an industrial engineering major, and he originates from Southside Chicago. Say something to the people, man.
Yo, what's good? Very happy to be here and ready to talk about some great topics, you feel me?
Always and forever. And our last guest, we have Emick. That's how I pronounce it, right?
It's Emick. You can say it like that.
Emick. Got you, man. My apologies.
No
Computer engineering major, the producer for DRS, and came to the U.S. as a child from, what's the name of that?
It's Belarus.
There we go. Say something.
So yeah, what's up, everybody? I'm the producer of the group. I also be rapping a little bit, but it's good, man. I chose computer engineering because I love like making things like work, you know, like programming, doing all that. It kind of also connects like the technical aspect of like producing the music because there's like a bunch of different steps you got to follow, but then you like go from the beginning of a product to the end product and actually releasing songs. So it's just a process, you know.
Well, sounds good to me. So before we get into our first conversation, I had to make some time to play one of their songs. So we finna play one of the songs by our guest here, DRS. Does anybody want to introduce this song for us?
Basically, this song is a little bit more of one for the ladies or people that like to dance, you feel me?
All right.
It's called Pop It Like a Rubber Band, and I feel like they'll get the gist.
Pretty
This
self-explanatory. Unreleased. Coming soon. Got it.
Run that track, classic.
Let's do it.
Oh, that's how you come in. Okay. Pop it like a rubber band, anybody can. African, Mexican, or even Dominican. Twerking on me cause I'm the man. Bring 3 friends, turn up for the weekend. Damn, pop it like a rubber band, anybody can. African, Mexican, or even Dominican. Twerking on me cause I'm the man. Shake it, make it jiggle when you dancing with your friends. Damn,
pop it for me, baby, like a rubber band. We could dance all night, but I'm not your man. Big dog status, she my biggest fan. And she got a member, he can't do it like I can. Hey, show me how low can you go. Bring it to the top, then drop it down low. Girl, don't be scared, you can put on the show. Now stop and shake that some more. Like left cheek right, then shake it all night, then shake it all night. Like left cheek right, we can take it to the crib and we gon' all night, eh?
Pop it like a rubber band, anybody can. African, Mexican, or even Dominican. Twerking on me cause I'm the man. Bring 3 friends, turn up for the weekend. Damn, pop it like a rubber band, anybody can. African, Mexican, or even Dominican. Twerking on me cause I'm the man. Shake it, make it jiggle when you dancing with your friends. Damn,
pop it like a rubber band, let me hear you snap it. Bring it right back, make it bounce like elastic. Watch me attack it like a rubber band pistol. I'm a flow rider, baby, blow my whistle like a referee. So call a penalty, cause I got your girl on me. And now we in OT, that is overtime. Cause shawty's so damn fine, I need an instant action replay. Bring it back one more time like
Pop it like a rubber band. Anybody can. African, Mexican, or even Dominican. Twerking on me cause I'm the man. Bring 3 friends, turn up for the weekend. Damn, pop it like a rubber band. Anybody can. African, Mexican, or even Dominican. Twerking on me cause I'm the man. Shake it, make it jiggle when you dancing with your friends. Damn. Yeah, girl, I know you won't shake it. Put your back into it, I hope you don't break it. If I'm being honest, girl, I hope that you not taking. Cause when I shoot my shot, I'm gonna be happy if I make it. You just tryna have fun, no drama. You real cute, but you get that from your mama. I wanna tell her thank you, cause she the one that made you. But why the song play? Go and shake what she gave you. My team full of ballers, gon' take your pick. And you know I like them pants, they make your booty thick. I'm a young boss, tryna maintain. You messin' with these ASAP Fergs, these plain Janes. I'm telling all these fine shorties the same thing. Quit with these lames, when you twerk, I make it rain. If you hop it like a rubber band, anybody can. African, Mexican, or even Dominican. Twerking on me cause I'm the man. Bring 3 friends, turn up for the weekend. Damn, pop it like a rubber band. Anybody can. African, Mexican, or even Dominican. Twerking on me cause I'm the man. Shake it, make it jiggle when you dancing with your friends.
Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy ClasXic, and we just listened to that new banger released by DRS.
Good looking.
Nah, yeah, that was real smooth. That was kind of hard.
Good looking.
I appreciate that one. All right, so getting into the first conversation of the show, and I just wanted to surround this about the origins of this group, because I know, like, this started when y'all came down to UW Madison. You know what I mean? So, I guess my first question would be, out of all of them, when exactly did DRS start, and how did you guys find your way to each other? Like, how did these 3 people end up being in one group making music together?
For sure. I can start off and grab it. Y'all feel free to chime in whenever type stuff. But basically, freshman year, first night, like this is even before any other classes, I remember I was a learning community program assistant over at the studio at Celery. And it was the night of the Floyd Mayweather fight when he was fighting Conor McGregor.
Okay.
Everybody know that fight, you feel me? Conor took the L, okay. And we were looking for a place to watch the fight at, and we were leaving from Celery and walking over to Whitty, and we were freestyling. Or we weren't even freestyling, but we were just talking. And I remember Emick telling us that he made beats. So that was like the first thing. I'm like, all right, for sure. Me and my boy, we'd be freestyling a little bit, you know? We wasn't rappers at this point. And we ended up watching the fight, and later we went out to a party. You know how the freshmen be. And we went to go turn up, and we were freestyling at this party outside while everybody else was inside. And back in Chicago, whenever we didn't know what else to say, we'd just be like, and that ass was fat. Hey. So, and I'm not going to say that no more because I want to make sure I don't curse too much. But we'd be like, hey, and that was fat. And people were coming up to us like, yo, like, what song is that? Like, where'd y'all get that from? And that's just something that we knew from back home. Like, it's like we didn't get it from nobody. We was just saying it. And Emick heard it. He was rocking with it. And, like, eventually, like, he was like, yo, like, y'all should make that into a song. And for, like, a type of thing, like, just for fun type stuff, we started making it a song. And once we dropped it, it got a little bit more attention than we expected. So we like, hey, this song is hot.
I feel that.
We hot. Shoot, what's our name gonna be? You feel me? And so we ended up coming up with Dorm Room Studios because we were making all this music in the dorm rooms.
Yeah, shout out my boy Lucas. Came up with that name.
Facts.
Lucas
Shout out
Peterson.
Lucas. And from then on, it was just keep going up type stuff.
I got that. How y'all feel about that? That's pretty much what happened.
That's pretty much how it went down, yeah. Then once we saw, like, first we was like, man, we gonna drop it. We gonna get 100 plays.
Maybe 80.
Maybe 80, you feel me? My family members, my cousins.
Right.
But then it got to 1,000. We like, oh, snap, man, what's going on?
Yeah.
Then it got 5,000. We like, all right, hold on.
Oh,
we got to
shoot.
keep it. We got to ride this wave, you feel me?
I feel that.
So we was like, man, we got to make something for the culture at
Yeah.
Wisconsin. So we like, man, I think Z actually came up with this idea.
Oh yeah, it was like we see everybody wilding out on game days every
Game
week.
Game
So
day.
we like, hey, let's make a song called Game Day, and we dropped Game Day, and then we like, well, if that blank was fat gets to however many views, we gonna make a music video for that. We made a music video for that. Then we recently just dropped a music video for our song Game Day, and we have double digits of songs left after that we just kept making throughout the time.
That's great. That's all right. How you feel about that? That's pretty much.
Yeah, that was cool. The biggest thing is we could find some things that relate to kids around campus.
Yeah.
And that's something we want to continue to do with our music, you know.
Facts.
Because we dropped like 2 or 3 songs that were like really relate to students, but
Yeah.
I feel like we could keep doing that because that's what people like the most about our music.
I feel that. And it's
Yeah.
dorm room studio, so
Mhm.
where was all this recording going on?
Yeah, man.
Celery.
Celery.
What was your room number, Emmett?
It was 218.
218. Celery. That's where it all happened. in.
OG
All right.
room.
Started with
Legend.
that Blank Was Fat, then we got Game Day, then we made Quiet Hours, then we made a song called Best Party Ever. So I feel like
Yep.
students can relate to all of them, you feel
Yep,
me?
I've heard all of those.
Say less.
Yeah. That's why our EP was the freshman experience, the first one we
Mhm.
dropped, because it's something you could relate to freshman students,
I
especially.
feel that.
Yeah.
All right, so that being said, see the real community here between y'all. That's
On the
all-
real, bro.
That's cool.
hmm
But could y'all picture yourselves with another group or like going solo? Like where would you guys be right now if you guys weren't together, all 3 of you?
I would say I'd just be a dude just freestyling.
Okay,
No cap.
that's
Like,
respect.
cause if it wasn't for like dorm room studios, I wouldn't be rapping at all.
I feel that.
And only reason I got into rapping was because of Z anyway. This man been freestyling since he could walk.
Talk.
You feel me? And in high school, he used to try to throw me the lob, like, yo, freestyle. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not doing that.
Mhm.
Then I just got comfortable with it and kept going. But nah, back to the question, though. It's funny because my homie, his name Rico, he was just like, man, what's your rap name? Like, because I'll feature on somebody else's song, but it
Yeah.
don't be the whole DRS. You feel me?
Right.
So I was like, man, what is my rap name? I don't even know yet.
Okay,
Because
just-
I can't come out with no lame stuff. You feel me? You got to put a lot of thought into it.
I
But
feel that.
yeah, without
Yeah.
DRS, I probably just wouldn't be rapping.
That's facts, man.
For me, I would say probably the same thing. Like, only reason we started rapping, me and Lamont, is because we met Emick. Like, before we was freestylers, and then after we made that song, we became actual rappers. Like,
Right.
we do this. Like, don't question it type stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And like looking in the future, I know I definitely couldn't see myself in any other groups. Like if DRS ever broke up, Lord forbid, like I would maybe consider going solo, but any other groups, I couldn't see myself rapping with anyone else other than these boys.
That's respect.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that.
Yeah, man, I really gotta agree. Cause like before, I'll be making music, producing beats, but it's like my high school, no one else really did it. So it's like I didn't really get any traction off my stuff. I was still learning and learning how to make beats and stuff. But when I met these guys, then we kind of were able to make like some finished products and have like a cohesive, like some cohesive ideas, you know?
Yeah.
Because especially when working in a group, you have like the actual direction. Because if you have 3 people that agree what the direction of the group should be, that's when you actually get things done. Because without that teamwork aspect, you're really not going to get anywhere. And you're probably just going to like not be motivated enough, you know, to actually go through with the song. So it's kind of like the 3 of us are stronger than one, you know?
That's true. It's definitely a group aspect, and I'm in a band back home in Los Angeles where I'm
That's
from.
what's up.
And I play the keys, and I do a little rapping too.
We might have to get you on the
Oh, yeah.
feature, bro.
man.
You know,
DJ ClasXic on
every
the
now
key.
and then. So I respect it. Like the group is only as good as the weakest link. You feel me?
On the real.
Facts.
And I feel like when it really comes together and everybody's putting their part in, everybody putting in the effort, it's really, you can get really good products out. You know, like y'all have shown. You know, got some good songs out there. People enjoy it. People listen to it, and they respect you for it. You feel me? So that's cool. It's not an easy feat. No, like everybody can't do it. Everybody
Facts.
can't do it for sure, and everybody can't work as a team either. So that's something to be appreciated. But another question: if y'all had to break down the roles of you 3 in the group, who would have what role? I know Emick is supposed to be the producer. But like, what's the personalities going like? Like, who's doing what?
Say less. Well, if I had to think about it, I would say it's always ever changing. You know, nothing's
I feel that.
concrete or anything of that nature. But like, first thing that's definitely concrete is that if Emick wasn't making beats, this wouldn't be happening. Me and Lamont don't know nothing about the programs, nothing like that. Like, we are not experts on that regard. But as far as like just the music making process, I would say like first off, we all write our own lyrics. That's off back. Like, but we also help each other with lyrics. Like I might be like, Lamont, you're not coming as hard as you could be coming. You feel me? Or maybe you could say it this way so it flow that way. And as far as the choruses, I would say I get a choruses to Lamont more than me. Like I don't be writing choruses like that. Like I be rocking with the verses. And outside of that, like personality wise, I say Emick is always bringing great ideas. He's the innovative one, although we are innovative.
Right.
I'm a funny guy. I just be making jokes. I be trying to bring the life into the
I feel
studio.
that.
Zion's the lyricist, man. He always comes through with the lyrics way faster than me and Lamont.
Bars.
With the bars, yeah, man. That's what you need.
What y'all think though?
Yeah, I agree with what you said, man.
Yeah, I agree with that. But like Zion said, like it's ever changing. Like for example, I said in the beginning I was the chorus guy and you was the verse guy.
Word.
But I think now he the chorus guy and I'm the verse guy now. Because now, like, with our new process with the we've been messing with the auto-tune and stuff lately.
Yeah.
And Z got it where he could just go in there, hit a beat, and just, like,
Freestyle.
start humming,
chorus,
like,
yeah, be like and then you just put words behind it. Before you know it, it's a hit.
It's a
type
chorus,
thing.
bro. And I'm like, hold on. We going to go back, do that, and I'm going to get my verse. And that's how the process been lately. Yeah, that's how the process been lately. So
That's cool.
And
It's
there's been
smooth.
times when Emick came up with the chorus too, and Emick has ideas where like, bro, like people are gonna feel this song, people are gonna rock with this song, so we should come out with it this way or that way, and that definitely brings a lot to the table as well. On top of the beats,
That's cool. I mean, how has it been for y'all being on UW campus though? Like, I mean, I know it's not a very diverse campus.
Facts.
on the real,
In a lot of ways.
yeah.
But how is that like benefit? Like, has that benefited y'all? Has that held y'all back? Like, what's y'all perspective on how that's like impacted your progression as a group?
I think like at least for me, there's a lot more people in Madison than where I was. I was from a small town,
Okay.
so it's like Waukesha County area.
Oh, okay.
So like an hour away. But at least for me, like I feel like there's a lot of connections can be made too. Especially with like the UW students. Everyone's really smart. Everyone has their own skills and like skill sets, and like finding like someone to work with or like, you know, like network is very smooth. And everyone's really open to like starting new projects and working on you stuff. So it's like it's a good group of people to be around, even if it's not the most diverse. I feel like everyone's pretty open and like friendly. So if you guys agree with that too.
And for me, I would say it's definitely changed the direction or the journey that we've had to take, or maybe even for me as an individual, because I know if we started making music in Chicago, we wouldn't be chopping it up with the same people that we chopping it up with in Madison.
Of course.
And that's not a bad thing or a good thing.
Right.
And on top of that, just being in Madison has been kind of a lesson for me, because like you can kind of tell when people rock with you and when they don't rock with you.
Yeah.
Because somebody might say they're your friend, but if I ask you to put my music on your story, you say, nah, I can't do that. It's like, all right, so
Like,
what type of friend are you for real? You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's really helped show me like who's real around me,
Yeah.
and who just like want to be around for the wave type stuff. And it's also showed me how to be versatile in a way, because just because somebody's not black doesn't mean they can't rap. You feel me? Emick is proof of that. And
Yeah.
it's just like you gotta really be able to work with what you have around you, because I'm not gonna wait until Madison gets diverse to start expressing myself through music. You feel me? Like I'm gonna just see what the audience is looking like, and I'm gonna make what I feel like is good music and see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like for me, like, piggybacking off Z, the only way it's really held us back is by, like, maybe we have to, like, cater our music style, you know what I mean, to certain crowds, you know? But, like, I feel like that's with any artist, though. And we just been, like, throwing a little twist on it, just a little DRS flavor type thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, I think it's been pretty smooth. Like, it is diverse in the fact of, in a way of, like, skill sets. You feel me? Like, I know a lot of friends. Like, I have friends. Like, I feel like we have a lot of resources on campus that, like, can get things done. Like, for example, Nick, cold with the videography.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Nick. That's my boy.
Yeah. Shout out Nick.
And just, like, anything, like, everything is in-house, I feel like. Recording
I feel
our
that.
music, getting beats made. Our homie Tony, he rap with us. He mix, mat, all that stuff. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's good having everything on campus.
Yeah, I feel that. So it's like you got everything you need right here. You got the whole community that's willing to do stuff with y'all, willing to connect and willing to collaborate to make sure that the music is made, the music is put out, the music is distributed, the people are listening to it.
Exactly.
And I felt what Zion was saying
Yeah.
earlier, like, you know, you got a friend and you're like, yo, can you promote my music? I've been working hard on it, because people don't really see the background to it.
They don't see the
Like,
background work.
a song take a lot of time.
Yeah. On the real. And it's like editing, like it's just a lot of stuff that goes into it. And like the thing about it is like if somebody's not gonna put my stuff on their story or just not gonna support my music, my thing is keep that same energy. Right. Like if I end up making it and I got 3 million views on YouTube or something, I don't want you to hit me up be like, hey bro, I like your music, because it's like, oh, why you wasn't supporting me then?
Right,
you feel me? So it's just that too.
Yeah, I feel like especially when it's like a music video, like you're saying y'all got a music video, man, that stuff takes a lot of people, a lot of effort, a lot of time,
ideas, collaboration.
Yeah, and even me, like I can relate to that just doing my little YouTube stuff.
Exactly.
I'd be like, hey yo, you know, shouting it out, do some
just to get that file format correct.
Right. Subscribe, do something. Like, oh yeah. Nowhere to be found.
Yeah, you never see him.
You know what I mean?
But at the end of the day, it's like we in it for the right reason, so we gonna keep working either way.
Right,
type stuff.
Like I feel like that's a big part of it too, because if you're doing it for yourself and if you do it for the people that's around you, that's promoting you to do it, like you're never gonna stop wanting to do it. You know what I mean? If you're doing it for the audience, and the audience isn't responding, it ain't gonna be no more music.
Exactly.
Like, it wouldn't be a lot of music in the world today if people only relied on supporters. You feel
and
me?
another thing that I always think about is something that Lamont was telling me, like, the rappers always tell you about the sold out shows, sold out dates, like packed shows, but they don't never tell you about the shows where only 8 people showed up. You feel me? That's behind the scenes. You don't see that because they only show you what they want you to see type stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So when we have our first shows and it's like, oh, like not as many people showed up as we wanted to, we gonna rock the crowd regardless, whether I got one person or 1,000. And at the end of the day, we just hope for the best with each show, because we know that like you don't always see the bad times that other people go through, only the good times.
That's facts. Well, I feel like this is a good transition to throw another song in here. So we finna take a short break and then get into our second conversation of the show. So everybody stay tuned at WSUM 91.7 FM Madison.
Say less.
Wave your lighter in the air. I don't wanna drive too fast. I say I don't wanna drive too fast, cause I feel I might crash this fear. I don't wanna do that there. I never heard of a thing called fear. That's why I'm at your door, looking this way. The only genius child that's left doing your thing. You were a blessing in disguise. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. You're so beautiful. I love your vibe. Please don't hurt me. The only one can stop the time when it's her name. You're white lighter in the air. You stand for something. It's 'cause you stand.
Listen. Don't you sway my way, you might fade away. Don't be wasting time, just gon' save the day. We make history today. Now, you don't need another. We ain't even dating. We just dealing with each other. I said you don't need another. We ain't even dating. We just, I don't even love you. We just a little. I don't even know you, but I feel you put down, you put down. I said I won't even love you. Maybe just a little. I won't even know you, but I feel you rhythm. But I feel you rhythm.
You're driving way too fast for my good, and that ain't right. See, we don't drive the same, and I don't wanna play with you. She tell me take off your cool. Well, maybe you ain't cool enough. Hey, I should hide from this. I should love to be alone and vibe with this. It's a sad boy paradise. I'm high on this. Rather relying on you if I'm alive with this. And I know you don't wanna hear that, baby. But I'm so done with you. You crazy. Yeah.
I don't even love you. You're just a little. I don't even know you, but I feel you put down. I said I won't even love you. Maybe just a little. I won't even know you, but I feel you rhythm. But I feel you rhythm. I said I don't know myself when I'm around you. You're to me me like bees are to the flowers. You can help me, but I feel your power. I'm so curious, and that's the problem. I don't know myself when I'm around ya. You're to me like bees are to the flowers. You can help me, but I feel your power. I'm so curious, and that's the problem. I don't even love you. You need just to let go. I don't even know you, but I feel you belong. You belong. I said I don't even love you. Maybe just to let go. I don't even know you, but love me your rhythm. But stop me your rhythm.
Yo, what's up? We back after that little short break, and we still having a good time. Still got DRS here. They still living their lives, doing what they do. So going into the second conversation, this one should be pretty good too. Should be some good conversation for everybody out there listening. And this is the one that this song is really surrounded by, and it's like the rough times that people have or DRS has had as a group, and like how they overcome the bad times or the rough times, and how they keep going. So my first question for y'all, because I know Lamont and Zion are going to be answering this portion, is what would you all describe as the roughest time as a group for DRS since y'all started last year?
Well, that's a great question. First off, I haven't heard that question ever, so start off with that. But I'd say one of the roughest times that we've had as a group so far is maybe over the summer after our freshman year. Yeah, because we weren't really together as much, and like our whole freshman year, we were used to making music, like, and we lived like across the street from each other. So if Emmek's like, yo, let's get in the studio, it's like, all right, bro, I just leave from Whitty, go to Celery,
right?
Or Lamont might leave from Celery 7th floor and go to the 2nd floor. You feel me?
Right.
It's not that much of a transportation problem, but when Emmek is in a different city in Wisconsin and we're in Madison or we're in Chicago, it's then a little bit harder to make music because it's like we not in the same room to collaborate and bounce ideas off of each other. And at the end of the day, I feel like that just helped us grow because we were still able to think of songs that we wanted to make. Like we have this one song that we'll call Type Stuff. And we can like send a link to anybody who wants it. And we thought about that song over the summer, even though we weren't right next to each other.
Right.
And we also had shows in Chicago where we were all able to perform, and we just had to make a little bit of a drive, and it was worth it type stuff. So
right.
What about you,
Pretty
Mike?
smooth. One good story that'll probably answer this question would be so we had this is around this freshman year.
Okay.
And we was just about to shoot the video for That Was Fat. You
Go
feel
ahead.
me?
Yeah.
So we put on our story, we hyping it up like, yo, if you want to be in our video, meet in Celery Lobby, woo, at a certain time. Well, the band. We go downstairs in the morning, we wake up, we excited, like, man, this video shoot
be
day.
lit.
Yeah. We
Ready for it.
Bro, we get down to the lobby, it's 3 people down there. We like, oh,
We
man.
expecting 200, you feel me?
Right,
We
yeah.
got 18,000 views where
I'm
y'all
like,
at?
man. 3 people, but, you know,
Yep.
I tell them thank you. I really appreciate it, all that type of stuff, but we going to have to reschedule.
Right.
Then we look around, we notice everybody wearing jerseys and stuff. What's going on? Like, it's not a hockey game, you feel me?
Right.
Everybody wearing jerseys. So turns out it was a big darty on a lake, and it probably had like hundreds of people out there, bro. So we just like, man, we're going to go over there and see if we can get some cool shots out there.
Right.
So we walk over there, and we like, man, what's the odds? Like, if it's hundreds of people out there, we might know somebody out of all of them.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, yeah, of course.
So we walk up, and we see people we know, and we like, hey, can we get all y'all to say, and that was fat, hey.
Yeah.
And they was like, yeah. And from
Sure,
then on,
yeah.
that's how we got the shots from the scene in our video.
That's cool.
So we had to just it's all about turning the negatives into positives.
Right. No, yeah, and I feel like the main thing from that story was just perseverance, just going through the just going straight through it and not letting it hold you back.
Facts.
Cause that's rough. You know what I mean?
On the real.
Especially when you expecting it though.
Yeah.
Like you already got it in your mind. I know all three of y'all hyping each other up. Like y'all, it's
ain't
gonna
be
crazy.
ready for this.
Yeah. Just to be there and have
Wildest
3
scenes.
people.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's like we gotta be able to take the bad times and like kind of flip them and turn them into like whatever we could do. Cause
Of course.
if we would have just went back home like, dang, they not rocking with it.
Yeah.
I'm done making music. Then we wouldn't have had the iconic shots that the video have right now and that people love so much. So it's always about seeing the other side of the coin.
Yeah, just making the experience what it is. Like
Exactly.
not allowing the day to make, what it's gonna be for y'all. Y'all making what the day is gonna be for your own. You know
For
what I
sure.
mean? And that's real respect right there. Cause man, just like I said before, not a lot of people could go out there, see 3 people, and be like, you know what? No, we gotta bust a mission and try to figure out where we could get these shots in.
Exactly.
Like most people, like, okay, well, I guess it ain't gonna be a video.
We was like, man, the camera here, you feel me? Like, we might as well.
That's cool. So, I wanted to ask, like, how do you think these rough patches or like these little roadblocks in the way has affected the group dynamic that you guys have together? Because, like, as an individual, when something like that happens, you kind of got to handle it yourself. You got your main people that you rely on, kind of, talk to them about it. But as a group, like, how do you think those rough times and like the shows that wasn't all that lit and the videos that wasn't going as planned, like how did that change the dynamic between you three? Excuse me.
I feel like
y'all group.
At the end of the day, like these are my brothers, regardless of what happens, and that type of stuff helps you separate the real from the fake. Because if it would have been like, oh, like only 3 people showed up, and then Lamont and Emick just cut me off, I'm like, oh, now I know why y'all was in it. Oh, okay. You feel me? But it's like we gonna stick together no matter what, and the fact that we have 3 heads shows that we can like kind of collaborate together and think, oh, like how can we take this and turn this into a W? How can we take this and turn this into a W? And I think it's just helped us get closer, regardless of whether it's the distance that has made it harder to make music or the low amount of people that showed up for our video shoot. I just feel like we always know that we're going to stick together and have each other's backs, so that just makes us stronger as a group, and that helps basically improve our group dynamic. Another example I could think of is one of our most recent shows that was out of Madison. Like, we had to make a little road trip on a party bus. It was real smooth. We had a great crowd at the party bus, and we were expecting even bigger crowd once we got to the location. Yeah. And we pulled up, and it just wasn't the amount of people that we were expecting. And it's like, dang, like, well, we still gonna perform. Right. We still gonna turn it up. Yeah. I still got my video guys here. They gonna make an icy video, you feel me? So it's just being able to take a situation that may not look that good and making it the best it could be. Because we got a great video out of that. I got a great outfit that I wore, and, I was feeling good about that, And we had fun performing. And as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. And our group dynamic has slowly but surely increased after every roadblock that we've passed.
Oh, yeah, that's great. And I feel like, like those roadblocks will really build the connections. And like even thinking about my band back home, like we had a whole little recording session.
Word.
And about probably like a year and a half ago almost. And man, whoosh. No bueno.
Word. I feel you. That's how it be sometimes.
No bueno. But again, we still got to grind it out and still got to put out music. We still got people that's looking to us to give music and be the band that we said we were going to be. And the name of the band is Colors because we got so many diverse people in our band.
Oh, that's what's up, bro.
And it's like, we came together because of music, our passion for music, our love for music, making music, and putting it out, whether or not people going to listen to it. Cause we put out songs, like one of our songs, just like a couple of y'all songs, just blew up. Like one of our songs, everybody, like all the friends know it. Everybody knows that it's a good song. Sure. But we got other songs that's like, oh, I didn't even know y'all put that out. Like,
on the real,
you know. But that's how it is, and you just got to keep grinding. And it all goes back to like the motivation. If you're doing it for you, you're gonna keep doing it. If you're doing it for somebody else, it's probably not gonna get done. You feel?
Exactly.
So that being said, what do you guys consider to be your highest point? Like the high of the high, where y'all was like, you know what, this is it. This is why I do it. This is why I love it. This is where I want to be all the time.
Probably. How y'all feel about Lollapalooza?
Yeah, that went crazy, man.
Lodgepalooza went crazy.
Tell them what
man.
Lodgepalooza is for the people that don't know.
It's this fraternity on campus called Lodge, and they throw this party called Lodgepalooza. So I'm pretty sure you heard of Lollapalooza before.
Yeah,
you feel me?
yeah.
So it's a play off that, and they had DRS come through as their headliners.
Okay.
And at that point, it was like, man, it was one of my favorite performances because of how like they paid close attention to detail.
Right.
Like we had a stage. They had a banner behind us that said Lodgepalooza featuring DRS. You feel me?
Yeah.
They had lights, laser lights, smoke machines,
glow in the dark wristbands.
Glow in the dark wristbands. Like they just really thought they thought it through, and they know how to throw a party. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel that. So it was like it was one of those times where you knew it was like this is serious business.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has the same values of respect. Like we all want to put on a good show.
Exactly.
Everybody wants a good show. The audience wants a good show. The performers want a good show. We all here to make that happen.
Exactly.
And that's what we really want. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
So I feel like, that's of course like one of the best feelings in the world where you show up to the venue. They got all the professional equipment set up. All you got to do is hop on stage and you ready to go. You got all your people there, all the fans there, ready to listen, new people coming in, complimenting you. And I feel like that's cool, like, especially after the show.
Yeah.
Because I could imagine, like, for y'all after the show, people like, oh, man, that's dope.
Facts.
And that's the best feeling. That's the best feeling.
Another one that I'm thinking of that comes to mind is last year we went to this party, and I think it was at someone's house. It was just one of those group houses where it was just a super big crib. You feel me?
Yeah.
And we getting ready to go to this party, and I'm like, dang, like, me and Lamont talking about it. He like, yo, I got the address from somebody. It's on Langdon, though. I don't know if we going to get in or not. I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, I guess we just got to go, bro. You just got to go and see.
And you got to find out.
Because our homie Elias said that he knew somebody that was in the group or whatever. And we walk up, and, like, the dude that was at the table recognized us. He's like, are you guys Dorm Room Studios from the music video? I'm like, yeah, bro, that's us. We don't got to pay. He like, nah, you don't got to pay. Like, drinks on us. Your whole crew got free drinks. Come on in. We so happy to have y'all here, blah, blah, blah. And we are in the function having so much fun. Great vibes left and right. People coming up to us asking to take pictures.
Man.
A girl was showing me a picture she took with me in the past that she threw on her Instagram. She like, you remember this? I'm like, I don't even remember that. You know, it was a lot of good times. And later on, like the guy that was DJing the whole night, he asked us to perform.
Yeah.
We were performing like, and what made us mad was that like they kept pushing the time back to get more people to come because they knew DRS was performing. They're like, hey, yo, they're gonna come on at 11, 11:30, midnight. 12:30, you feel me? And when we finally went on to perform, the fire alarm went off, so they evacuated the whole
in the middle
building.
of my verse, bro.
In the middle, I didn't even get to say
middle
my
of the
verse.
first
you feel
song.
me? It was tough, but even though that was bad, that was such a great top of the top experience for me because for one, I realized like, dang, we really got a little bit of clout on campus. You feel me? Like they know us.
Right.
Like other people either were not getting into the party or they had to pay $5 or $10.
cup.
We got in and they gave us free drinks. Of water, of course, or juice, because we not drinking alcohol.
Of course.
And on top of that, like, we started performing, and, like, we was real salty that the fire alarm went off, but we took that, then we made a song about it and called it the best party ever.
There you go.
And it
Yeah,
bumps,
man.
you feel me?
So
that's
check that thing
that's
out.
my top point.
Check out that song, man. Best party ever. Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud.
I didn't even know that was the origins of the song.
It's a story.
Yeah.
It's a
All
story.
based on a
It's a
true
story.
story, you feel me?
I feel that. I feel that. That's cool.
What about you, Emmett? You got a high point you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, when we all met, like, right in the beginning of the year, like last year, I felt like that was our highest point and, like, just, like, getting the group started. But
For sure.
I feel like we've had kind of recreated those moments, though, like, along
Yeah.
our careers. And I feel like we got something big coming still. So, it's not like a one-hit wonder or something.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah, I guess I have a similar experience like with my band back home. That's just like that's my easiest relation to what y'all do.
On the real, yeah.
Nah,
I rock with
I'm
him, bro.
listening,
Uh-huh.
And one of my the main singer in the band, he had a connection with somebody that works at Dash Radio.
Yeah.
And they was like, yo, I'm trying to have y'all come in and talk about what y'all do, play some of y'all songs. And that was great. You feel me? Like, that experience alone, just being on the radio, like Dash Radio, though, like some premium type.
That's
other
people really
stuff.
listen to you,
Right,
you know?
yeah.
And you could tell people, like, you've been on Dash Radio now.
Yeah, and that was crazy. It was a good experience. It was good vibes. Had the whole band to, like, 7, 8 people just
Yeah.
in the studio deep, just on the radio talking about the good times. You feel me? And that was great, and that's something that like I always look forward to. I mean, I'm on the radio now, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's whatever. But yeah, that's cool. But if I'm not mistaken, I think we got one more song.
Oh yeah, of course.
I just sent you that clean cut. So let's
He
go.
just sent me the clean cut.
A quick like synopsis on this song. This is a little bit of stuff we were talking about earlier, that wavier vibe, that auto-tune vibe.
Yeah.
It was freestyled. Like, we got this whole album that's on all platforms that we freestyle most of it. So tell them to go check out Wisco Tapes Volume 1, and I think you could play the track.
Got that. Here we go. What's it called?
It's called Red Dead, and also be on the lookout for a music video for it coming soon.
Oh,
For sure.
Okay, all
We
right.
shooting it next weekend.
Shout out
This
North
weekend.
X.
No doubt, no doubt. Here we
North
go.
X.
In my head, got a little bunny on a kid. My name's Tony. My name's Tony. Road trips out of the apartment. It don't cost me much, but when it do, you know I'm all in. You need red dead kid. Turn my head, got a bounty. Happened once, I can't let them boys catch me lounging.
They can't catch me lounging, can't catch me lacking. I hit up Tony T like, what's the word, what's cracking? She say that she like you, I think she acting. When you see her on my arm, don't you ask what happened. She had to upgrade, she used to Snapchat me when she was up late. But I ain't snapped her back since that update. She felt like we were soulmates, now she only feel frustrated and it's okay. Cause now we taking road trips, we making more money and we making more hits. And if you don't know Prius gang, then you don't know DRS done changed the game because that sound golden. This the beginning, we don't do no losing. My team, we be winning. I be showing out, now I'm putting on a clinic. Out of the apartment, Red Dead Redemption. Ay, we be going crazy, ay, and you know I gotta get that money each and every way. Nah, my don't play. Ay, trips out of the apartment, coming through, dripped up, looking like a target. And I need the whip so I could park it. I'm not settling for less, I had to enlarge it. Red dead, hit your and hit it. Pull up in that bit, and you heard what the fuck I said. Red dead, hit your and hit it. Pull up in that bit, and you heard what the I said.
Road trips out of the apartment. It don't cost me much, but when it do, you know I'm all in. You need red dead kid. Turn my head, got a bounty. Happened once, I can't let them boys catch me lounging.
Yeah, there we go. Another song, Red Dead by DRS, the one and only Dorm Room Studios. So we back. That was probably our last break. We might throw another one in there if we got a little bit extra time, but we coming to a close and almost. We'll see what we have time for. But one more question that I felt would benefit a lot of the listeners out there is, what is the one thing you would say someone has to do to guarantee that they have a chance in this music game, in the music scene, whether that's at UW, whether that's at wherever they at? What's the one piece of advice all you three individually have for somebody that's like, you know what, I got a sound, I think I'm pretty cool with it, I already put out a couple songs, so you know what do I have to do to give myself the optimal chance to try to make it work?
All right, honestly, I think the number one thing, utilize your local platform, your local community. Like, we utilize UW and we reap good benefits. Forget about the internet or whatever, man. That's oversaturated now. Everyone just wants to post their stuff on SoundCloud or whatever. Yep. But you got to do face-to-face communication. You got to like actually talk to people. You got to keep it real, you know. You can't be just like promoting your like SoundCloud all the time, you know.
No, yeah, I feel that, and I feel like that's real interesting because a lot of people, like you said, like they just want to jump to SoundCloud or like they first couple songs, they like, oh, I'm putting it on iTunes, Spotify, all this. But like, you know, build up a little hype for yourself. You know what I mean? Make a little song, share it with some of the homies, see how they react to it, share it with some more people, see how they react to it, and then be like, you know, I think I'm finna drop some on Spotify. I think I'm finna drop it there. Then you got a little clout built up for yourself. You feel good about it. And then the numbers might, you know, be a little better for yourself. Exactly. You feel me? So I feel like that was real good piece of advice, bro.
A piece of advice that I would give is that you got to be patient, period.
Got it.
Because it's not going to happen overnight. And a lot of people think that, like, oh, like, for example, like, you don't just wake up and be like, oh, I'm Lil Pump now. You feel me?
Right.
Now I'm T with all these diamonds and stuff. Like,
yeah.
Nah, he had us. Every rapper almost got a story. You feel me?
Nah, for sure.
Basically, you got to have a story, unless you was born into it or something. But you got to be patient, man, because it's not going to happen overnight. So you got to be willing to keep grinding and keep working till you get to your goal.
Right. I feel that. And I feel like even for people that are born into it, like Jaden Smith.
It ain't sweet.
Right, like Jaden Smith. I use him as an example. Like both of his albums he dropped, people they be trashing his albums. Like, man, they suck. I be like, I kind of like it. Like, I mean, it's cool. Like, I like it. But that just goes to show, like, just because you got a name behind yourself, or just because you know somebody, or you was on one track and you finna drop your own track, that don't mean everybody gonna be with it. That don't mean everybody gonna like it. That don't mean everybody gonna follow it. And even your friends, like we said before, they're not gonna post it. Don't rely on everybody that you know to be there for you, because 9 times out of 10 they probably not gonna be there for you all the time. But and
then that kind of goes into what I was gonna say. Basically, if you want to do music or really anything that like you want to like go to the next level in, you got to make sure you in it for the right reasons. Like, you got to make sure you're in it for yourself, because like as we were talking about before, like, if you're not in it for the right reasons, first time you fail, you're going to be like, oh, I quit. I'm on to the next thing. I'm on to the next way to make my money. But it's like, if you really feel a burning in your heart, or just like straight up passion for whatever medium you're pursuing, I feel like you have a much greater chance to be successful, because first off, people can see the real versus the fake from a mile away.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Second off, it kind of goes into what Lamont was saying about being patient. It's like, this isn't going to happen overnight, so you got to be in it for the right reasons, because you got to be able to take those L's, learn from them, and keep it moving. Yeah. And I feel like at the end of the day, if you just believe in yourself more than anyone else believes in you, you definitely got a shot.
Yeah, I feel like, if you believe in yourself more than everybody else, you definitely got a better shot to go out and make a movement and make a difference in something that you believe in. You know, whether you impacting one person, 5 people, 1,000 people, you're still doing something. You feel me?
Facts.
So, that's respect. But I guess this will be now the time just to kind of review the main points of the show. I know one of the main points that we just talked about, just believing in yourself. Do it for the right reasons. Make sure you're not relying on anybody else to motivate you to do something. Because, like, even when it comes down to being here at college, you know, if you're not here for the right reasons, if you're not here to better yourself, the first opportunity you have to be like, I'm done, you gonna take it. You know what I mean? But y'all, any of y'all got some y'all want to highlight, or another point you ain't said yet that you like, you know what, I should probably say this right now?
Just going off of what you said, like, that's real. Like, I done seen countless people that have like been in the same class as me, and like, I'm like, oh, what you taking next semester? They ain't taking nothing next semester. You feel me? They dropping out.
Right.
And it's not to knock people that drop out, but it's just facts. A lot of times in whatever you're pursuing, you're going to realize that a lot of people that are your peers, like, if you just got more perseverance than them, or more of that hustle mentality, you may not see them with you once you get to the top. Right. You got to be able to realize that. And one thing that I want to make sure is pointed out is that, like, once you do make it, if you do make it, you really can't forget about your roots, where you came from. You can't forget about the people that helped you get there, like your day ones type stuff and your community, because at the end of the day, if you pour into the next person, who knows, maybe they can make it too, and just keep paying it forward.
That's true. Anybody else?
We could also just let them know if anybody liked the Dorm Room Studios vibe or anything of that nature, they can just search Dorm Room Studios on Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube, and we'll also be making a music video that we're dropping soon, so that's also going to be pretty interesting if you're interested.
No doubt. What about, like, y'all? You said y'all dropped the album or something too, huh?
Oh, yeah. We just dropped the Wisco Tapes Volume 1, and that was more of the auto-tune vibe, but also we have stuff that's not auto-tune if you just prefer the bars, just straight bars, lyrics, you feel me? Yep. So it's best of both worlds. We just trying to make sure we get our versatility up and just keep keeping it real.
I respect that. That's cool. So, coming to a close of this show. And just want to thank y'all for coming out.
You already know.
Yeah,
it's all love.
Appreciate
you for having us.
No, yeah, of course. This was a great show. I feel like y'all did y'all thing. Y'all really came out and told us what y'all was about. Played the music. Music was cool.
Yes, sir.
The conversation was great. So I appreciate all that. And for everybody out there listening, if you know someone with a passion that you would like to see on this show, or you can think of a passion that you would like to see featured on this show, feel free to email me at classicentertainment@gmail.com. That's Classicentertainment@gmail.com. All contacts will be considered. Please do. If you have feedback, that's always appreciated as well. And this is the outro of today's show, and I feel like it was pretty good. I feel like the conversation was cool. And I'll see y'all next week. But we still got like 5 minutes we could go on, so I don't know if I want to throw in the instrumental.
Oh,
I feel like I'm in a freestyling mood. I don't know about Lamont and Emmett, but
definitely.
You might as well throw on that beat, man.
Well, for the rest of the show,
DJ ClasXic.
For the rest of the show, here we go. We're going to have some live stuff on here. Get ready for this. This is a first. Let's see how it go.
Y'all want it first? Or you good?
Okay, y'all go first.
I'll check it out. Hey, if I'm rapping, feel free to yell out any words you want to hear me rap about too. That's how we gonna do this.
Yeah.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, we want to show them we bout it. We ain't just talking about it. Check it. We bout it. We not just talking about it. I know a lot of people that ain't really thought about it. They say they want to be about it, but can't see themselves without it. Don't know what I'm talking about, so you know I got it. I gotta get it. I know I used to chase the money. I wasn't with it. And I used to chase the head like fitteds. That's a snapback. Now I gotta go and get it, and I cannot rap back. Yo, this is off the dome. Everyone knows that I got an iPhone, and it's rose gold, and it's all pink, and I'm still a real man. I don't think, I just sink, I just drown, I drip or drown. Had to look around, and I'm in Madtown, not freaking with clowns, not rocking with them, and I passed the bro Emick, and you know he getting.
And I'm getting, never was a written, you know what I'm saying, cause we freestyle spitting, and we chilling with the crew, you know what I do, DJ ClasXic in the stool, go and chop it up, donuts on his hat, you know what I'm saying, and that blank was fat, blank was fat, cause we cannot swear, hey, you know what I was saying, I've been climbing like some stairs.
Hey, we walking up, they talking about us, and the people talk it up. We are the subject of the conversation. We are in Madison striving for integration. I am preaching like a young and was a pastor. I am a chillin', and you know that I'm a rapper. If you like it slow or if you like it faster, I could keep going, keep baking like I got the batter.
That's DRS, we the best. Put us to the test, better than the rest.
Okay.
I be with Z and E and finesse. All we do is get it in finesse. We get the bag. Your pocket sad. I'm baller. Your nigga trash like glad. My bad. I cuss.
My bad.
I got it. It's all cool.
I'm trying not to cuss. That's tough.
For sure, but we are DRS, and
Yes, sir.
appreciate you for having us, man. You talk about some real stuff, and we need more like you.
I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, just make sure I can get people into the show, talk about what they passionate about, because if it's something they passionate about, the conversation gonna flow freely. You feel me?
On the real.
So that's what I'm here for.
Yeah,
talk about the worst times and the best times, because the worst times always make the best times, in my opinion.
Facts. I like that, bro. I like
No doubt. But, yep, that's the end of this show officially. No more freestyles. We cool. Everybody had their part. So I will see y'all next week on WSUM 91.7 FM Madison.
Peace out.
We out.